Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to do a story time slash review. Usually it's just makeup and beauty stuff, but I thought story time could be pretty interesting. Those are one of my favorite videos to watch. So I thought I would make one on the sensory deprivation float tanks or float pods, I don't know, however you want to say it. So the first time I heard about this float tank or sensory deprivation was from the YouTuber Psyched Substance. I love his videos, you guys have to check his channel out. Anyway, so he was doing the story time on it, and I'm like, wow, that's a really cool thing, but I don't think we have this yet, or I've never heard of it. So I just never really looked into it, but then one time like maybe I should actually see if we have it in Canada or around where I live. So yeah, I was just looking around in Google where I could find this sensory deprivation tank, and they didn't have it in the city where I live, but they had it in Mississauga, and I checked out the prices, and one of the site had this really good deal. So first time you try it, you get 30% off. So I just chose to go with them, and the reason we went is because my friend had a birthday and I didn't know what to give her, but I remember we were talking about this sensory deprivation and how cool it is, and she's really into meditation and just taking care of yourself, and I thought it would really interest her, and since it really interests me, I'm like, why not sign up for both of us, and that would be her gift. So that was my excuse to try it, to go with her. And so we went. When we got there, we had to sign these things, and there was a survey, and they were asking like what is the reason you're using this float tank for, and you could just check it out if you want to do stress relief. If the reason that you're using this tank is to relieve stress or to relieve any pain or treat some kind of a disorder like post-traumatic stress disorder, or the guy also said that a lot of people come here to work on their claustrophobia, because actually the place that you get closed into, like this tank, it can be a little bit claustrophobic, but honestly I had no problem with it. And so yeah, we went there, filled out the papers, and we had to take a shower, but before the shower you had to put these earplugs in, because after you take a shower they wouldn't stick as well, and you need earplugs because you don't want that water to go into your ear. And you might ask like, what's wrong with water? And the reason is because it's not just regular water. The water is filled with 1,100 pounds of Epsom salt. So that is the reason that you are gonna float in the water and won't sink down. It's because of the density of the water. So yeah, we took a shower, and then after you can go alone, or there's a couple tank, but I went alone, and then my friend went into another separate tank. And once you got in, you have to close the little roof thingy, so you're like enclosed in that tank. And then what you need to do is just lay back and relax and start floating. There was 2 control buttons on the side. One was controlling the sound, so you could either turn off this meditation music or just have it on while you were in the tank. And the other button was for the light, so you could turn off the light and be in complete darkness, or turn it back on. And it was just this very bright blue light. I honestly really enjoyed the light on, because it just felt like you were in space or somewhere very magical. It just looked like you were staring into nothing with that blue light. And when I turned off the light, I thought it would be really cool, but honestly I feel like the experience was not the greatest, only because at the openings, like when you close down the tank, it doesn't completely seal so the outside lighting was kind of coming in, and it wasn't completely pitch dark like I would imagine or that I wanted to. So yeah, I kept switching because I enjoyed both of it, to be honest, and yeah, they also told you that you could be in different positions in there, so you could either have your hand down like this beside your body, or you could have your hand like up beside your head. I tried to experiment and all that, and yeah, so when I first got in, I tried to relax my body completely, but I felt like I wasn't completely relaxing, and I was scared that, you know, the salt water will go into my eyes, because apparently if it goes in, it hurts like a and anyways, and then the guy even said that your body is not used to this floating, so you'll try to fight it and not relax completely, and then after maybe 5 minutes you'll start feeling the strain in the back of your neck. That is the sign to you that you're not relaxing, and then you need to just let it completely go, and just you have to completely relax, or unless you'll not enjoy the thing. And honestly, I did not have that feeling, but towards the end, after maybe like 40 minutes, that's when it started hitting me, like why am I feeling a kind of strain in my back, and because I'm like, I'm completely relaxed. So I don't know why. It honestly didn't bother me that much. Another thing that I noticed is this Epsom salts, or this salty water, really made my skin super slimy. So when I first got into the tank, I noticed that my legs started burning, and it was probably because my legs was not moisturized and was kind of dry, and also because if you shave, then that could also irritate it. Another thing, which might be a little bit too much information for you, but I had my period, and I of course had to wear a tampon, and when I set into the water, I started feeling this huge burning sensation. So I first felt the legs, but when I completely set in, that burning sensation down there started taking over. I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna enjoy this? And eventually I just kind of got used to the feeling, and I honestly would suggest you not to go when you're on your period, because I feel like the tampon dries things out down there, and also what happened to my leg, it was dry, so it's not the best feeling. After, when the whole experience, when the whole 1 hour went down, I was talking to my friend, and she said she had the same problem because she was also on her period. I know, I'm sorry, it's too much information, but I'm just telling you guys so that when you're going and trying this out, you will go when you're not on your period. And yeah, that was it. I honestly really enjoyed it. It was very, very relaxing and calming. The staff was amazing, and they honestly have lots of discounts. They said if you write them a review, they'll give you a discount, and they have this really good deal going on. So you get 3 float sessions for 100 and let me just double check the prices. So yeah, you can choose from a single float session or the 3 float session. A single float session is $65. It's a 1 hour long and not shareable, and then the 3 float session is for $149, which honestly, in my opinion, is worth way better. And honestly, if you try it once, everyone wants to go back more times because it's so good. I definitely want to go with my boyfriend, try out the couple tank. I saw the inside of the couple float tank, and it was so cool because the ceiling was full of stars, so I think it's a very romantic place. Yeah, they have lots of deals, and of course, if the single float session is $65 and you get 30% off your first one, really worth going. And so I just wanted to read what the site says about this flotation. It's simply the quickest and most incredible way to achieve stress relief and complete relaxation. And it's just funny how we were talking about how back early in the days we didn't have these things because no one was really that stressed, and now everyone was just working non-stop, and that's how stress got created. We induce stress, and now we need to find ways to relieve stress, so that's how it all came about. sensory deprivation tanks contain water that is saturated with 1,100 pounds of Epsom salt, creating a very similar environment to the Dead Sea. As a result of having a saltwater solution that is 35% salt, the water inside a float tank is about 12 times more buoyant than regular ocean water. So this is what allows you to float weightlessly and effortlessly on the surface of the water. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that the water in the tank is heated to the temperature as the temperature of your skin. So when you are in the water, it feels like you are just floating, and then it feels like you're not even in contact with water. And inside was very nice and warm. It wasn't cold, I wasn't cold, it wasn't super hot either. And a flotation rest has many physical and mental benefits because it provides an unparalleled level of relaxation. With the elimination of external stimuli, the central nervous system's workload is reduced by as much as 90%, which I think is amazing. I would definitely recommend it for you to try it. It's a different experience. I love trying out new things, that's why I also tried it out. And I'm definitely going again with my boyfriend, as I said. If you want to go to the one that I went to, it's in Mississauga. I'll link everything down below. And I hope you like this story time video from me. If there's anything else interesting that happened to me that's worth taking a video of, I will definitely do that in the future. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!